Well, I'm going to say welcome back to the Wrestling is Theaters podcast, season 3. It's been some time, man. Season 3 we're hit, and welcome back to the Wrestling is Theaters podcast. So, my first topic here discussing the Wrestling is Theaters podcast is going to be the rating. We're going to talk about Raw and Smackdown, mostly all from top to bottom. It's kind of where they're in a between review, but it's here at the Wrestling is Theaters podcast. So, yeah, it's Raw and Smackdown as a whole, indeed. Let's talk about this rumor that was going on, I believe, 3 to 4 weeks ago. I don't know, it's still probably the topic of the rating that they're discussing. Recently, where they had the Netflix panel call or whatever they did. They confirmed to us that it's gonna be PG, or I think it's PG-13, I believe. But needless to say, I think even when we're thinking to enhance your product, and people were thinking, okay, Smack NXT's are turning TPG. Raw's gonna be rated R, I think. Sorry, T14. SmackDown's gonna be rated R. All right. It's like, sure, you can get away with it, but really, we're thinking in that way. Like, are we seriously thinking about Raw being T? Sort of T SmackDown being rated R in the way. MA, that was rating for SmackDown came out. It's kind of exaggerated, but go out. But you know what? It's good run rabbit or not. I think PG-13 is what we're gonna see. I think there are a lot of you just see go to Netflix's library right now, or just go to Netflix and you'll see like stuff that's PG-13. I'm not sure. Then maybe Stranger Things is PG-13. I'm not gonna say it, but PG-13 means I think it's a PG-13 rating. I think they're not gonna just do PG. It's PG-13, and PG-13 makes more sense really. I think PG-13 is enough. T14 is a little edgy, more, that was cool. We got a wrestling partner with AEW. What have they proved us if they're not PFT before TV? Neither to say there's not enough stuff to talk about then, but we're going to discuss with AEW later on. But God, this has been so good of a friggin' rumor going on around. Where we're going to talk about Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks' is contract. But we're not finished with this, are we? Yeah, we're not. So, yeah, I think they probably will be able to get a lot of the headlines outside and easily, like, if a feud needs enough profanity, if you can literally say, I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm gonna fucking kill you, like, you say shit like that when Matt Riddle did, they kind of bleeped it out, but imagine they don't bleep it out completely and they say that shit. It's gonna be hot and it's gonna be damn good and interesting because golly, that shit would be great. With The Rock doing it this way. This is what happens when you fuck with the final boss. Swearing like no shit. And it's like, okay, Rock swears. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, so I think it gives to testament that, like fucking destructive shit could happen on Netflix. It's like, get on good shit. But then being a PG friendly the product, PG, like I think a PG-13 is what I'm thinking. That's what they're heading towards. That's what the product seems like WWE's right now, PG-13. And maybe it's not, maybe it's just I'm taking it like that, but it could be more PG-13. Any PG-13, blood can spill out a little bit. It doesn't need to be like we need to see some you know women's some asses, some tits, or whatever the fuck. You don't need to see anything like that on our wrestling television. You want to see something? Go find some X.com sites for that. We don't need that shit in wrestling. Wrestling is supposed to be pure story was it. If there's blood in women's wrestling matches, again, the PG rating doesn't matter at this point. If the feud is that personal, like if Liv Morgan and Ripley have a blood match, it means like women like I'm now seeing women like doing the Monday Night thing like that because it looks to look more cooler, and I think that's what sold Becky Lynch as a freaking badass when she was bleeding. And this shot of her busted open completely, nose broken and busted open, and she's just laughing there. That made Becky Lynch legit. That pushed her to the moon. I think so. If like the women's match or women's segment, there's things can be like blood could be used. Sure, blood should be used, but in terms of sexual things, maybe like the sexual, yeah, sex sells in wrestling big time. It does. It does sell in wrestling, but it doesn't need to be the main focus of some storylines. It doesn't need to it doesn't need to be one more ways a minute. It doesn't need to be I want to have sex with your wife. It doesn't need to be Kurt Angle saying that to Booker T in the Tamil way. Like beastie howdy sex. It's nothing. It doesn't need to be like that at all. It can be family friendly and some profanity can slip out easily. And for feuds that you want this feud and you think this feud needs it, to go ahead. But Kerr himself, you know, is a wrestling show and shit can be cool as well sometimes. So yeah, it's probably a great era to watch WWE. Just mention their product themselves are really working on now. Let's talk about AEW here, which I am not feeling like because they have not just been disappointed, they've been quite disappointed. They've been really not doing something right. I don't know what's going on with AEW. I think I'm not watching a little bit. I'm gonna watch the Winners Coming show. What I saw after Full Gear was not what I wanted. Really, I wanted something more cooler. I wanted something better. I was thought it's gonna be cool again, but just whatever. It's AEW. I'm not gonna put them on the. So I don't want a lot to say about AEW. They got Kamaro Casa going right now. That's something, right? What is their interest in doing about AEW? Tell me right now. Nothing. John Moxley's run as champion is not fun to watch because they have not built any top stars to put. You can and Jay White's booking has been terrible in AEW. It's hard sometimes for me to see him as a top main eventer. Orange Cassidy, I loved it. They have booked him really well. But like their stars was they're not booked and John Mox is just no. And how to not forget the MJF and Adam Cole's bullshit. God. Get that shit off my television. Nobody needs to see it. MJF is doing the worst of his entire career has he ever done. MJF in 2024 has been probably the worst MJF so far. I'm not gonna really. He had some fun stuff for Osprey. I didn't like that, but the things he's doing with Adam Cole, it doesn't make sense. I mentioned it again and again. You can't do the devil storyline and then prove it to us that MJF is the bad guy, Adam Cole's the good guy. You can't do it. Can't do it like that. Point on point, there's not much to talk about the fuck AEW is doing. Rumors nowadays? What are the rumors nowadays? Let's go to that shit. Brock Lesnar was rumored for a while for sure. We'll say that he's been be rumored. Um, I'm gonna talk about the AEW contract restrictions. Ricky Starks, who's been really off television, and he's been really kind of spending his aims. The Ray Phoenix thing, where he is been not able to say anything about AEW, and I don't know where the hell he's been. He wants to leave the company, really looks like. And yeah, Ricky Starks will say that not something a rumor would come up. Also, we're in a crazy time of wrestling where, it's not 2022 that I can break to so many rumors here, but still. Let's get into Raw and Smackdown. Raw kicked off with CM Punk coming out, and what a grand thing he did after Survivor Series. A review's already after Survivor Series. You didn't see it, but CM Punk kicked off Raw. CM Punk came out, talked about a lot of shit. That he got his favor, and now instead of winning the Rumble, instead of winning Chamber, he can go and literally become, he should become world champion. So that comes out. Seth sort of dropped her ass where I took pity on you, and they start getting into it. Punk said, "I don't even think about you." Like he said, "You're like what he said to Seth was like, you're a jealous girlfriend." No way. I don't even think about shit. And the only time I thought about you because when you had something I needed. Now I don't need what you have, so stay out of my way. Stay out of my business. That's what Punk said, and Seth got more personal, and they got a raw. James and Sami Zayn comes out. Jay tries to take Punk away. Seth tries to take Seth away from them not beating the shit out of each other. Because it was like let them fight because they wanted to kill each other. Like Seth wanted to kill him for sure. And then Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins segment, oh god, incredible work. And both sides would agree with what Sammy's going through. You could see to where he kept on asking Seth, but he declined. He said, "No, I don't want it." And he says, blames him for. See, but he wanted him. He didn't want Punk. He asked him so many times, and it just didn't work out. And the reason it just didn't work out is because it was, you know, his hatred for Roman. What he had to sacrifice. He had to sacrifice his world championship. He sacrificed his own body on the line to make sure Roman Reigns doesn't. He sacrificed himself so Roman Reigns ends. Cody ends Roman Reigns' reign. Roman Reigns is vanquished and gone. The Thanos himself is gone out of there, but yeah, so Seth is quite, pissed. And for rightfully so. Imagine him thinking there's a pitch people are thinking here that Cody, Roman, Punk against Seth, Kevin, and Drew. Which is, yeah, that 6-man tag team match. Imagine that on Netflix. Holy shit. I would have loved to see it on Netflix, like on Raw. Like a Brawl, Monday Night Raw. or an elimination chamber or something. I don't know. Like, I want to see the six-man tag team match. It's crazy what I'm saying right now, but I think this six-man tag team match could be off the records great. So yeah, so the point is that Seth thinks Sammy stabbed him in the back, and then he's like, "Why would I help?" You know, I was like, "Yeah, you created Roman Reigns." But again, I'm now listening to Seth's side. It's like Seth is not all responsible. He has never apologized to Roman. He is always, and yeah, I saw a clip. It's like he's never apologized to Roman. He's apologized to Dean. He's never said any. He's never apologized to Roman, and that is, and and it's like he gets it. It's the motivation for Tribal Chief. But again, Roman Reigns could have become the Tribal Chief. The 6 years that he did nothing for that, I don't like. So Seth is also right. So it's like, okay, who would side judge Gallagher to Marie or something? The Raw was usual after that. You got Braun Breaker going out there doing his great shit, and then you got Final Testament and why it's 6 and something, and then you have the New Day breakup. Let's get into the freaking New Day breakup. People were thinking, is it gonna be Xavier? Is it gonna be Kofi? Who is gonna turn heel? What is really gonna happen? By the shock of all, like nobody thought it was gonna happen really. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, they came out. I was like, okay. I was like, all right. So let's see. And the captain's speaking, all right. We love all of this, and we're talking that Biggie comes up. They get interrupted by Biggie. Biggie says that I'm here to make sure that straight. I'm gonna get mad at you, and that's what really takes him off. And what they say to Biggie that is what Kofi says specifically. You got injured, so what? You broke your neck, so what? Kurt Angle broke his neck. Stone Cold Steve Austin broke his neck. But I don't care. Literally, I was like, they did a perfect heel turn, what nobody ever expected. We thought it's gonna be Xavier, it's gonna be Kofi. But I thought Biggie's gonna come out and maybe turn on both Kofi and Xavier. It's gonna turn heel. But no, it was Kofi and Xavier turning heel, and and Kofi keeps saying, "You left us, E." Quite emotional, man. It really got you the feelings. This tag team has been there for 10 years, and now they're done all of a sudden. It gets you. So incredible, perfect, like cinema, blood, like a turn. What a turn on E! Like a heel turn without any physical involvement. Just a heel turn. Nobody got their. Nobody got the Marty Jannetty of Shawn Michaels. Nobody got the Jericho of Shawn Michaels. Xavier Woods didn't put Kofi Kingston's skull. Kofi Kingston didn't destroy Xavier Woods. Biggie didn't go in and beat the crap out of both of them. But it was both of Xavier, and they took their bond and straight them straight. I think the moment they understood it, because when Biggie said that he's gonna just like, and that because the thing was one between them, and Xavier Woods and true beautiful. I needed to say And then, yeah, the women's stuff here and there after that, but this shit was incredible. I'm not telling you what was really about, but it was some I think it was a Liv Morgan Raquel scenario, right? Intercontinental Championship, Women's Intercontinental Championship tournaments going on Raw, so Dakota Kai gets some wins. I think they're really pushing her over there with him. And then Jey Uso's attack, and Sam is like, "Oh, I know who it is. I'm gonna go out and whip his ass." And then literally the match with Seth and Sammy, a phenomenal main event. I loved it. It was It was story told. The entire main event, the main match that was in the main event was a story told match. It was a complete storytelling. There was not really that I cared about the wrestling. It was about the story that was going on. And they told the story well. Seth was acting more heelish and more vicious. Sami Zayn was about to also blow Seth's head off with a chair. And Seth's like, whoa. And Seth is trying to become, and he cheats. He rolls him up. He would say it was not really cheating, but he rolled him up. And then the freaking Drew McIntyre came out and took Sammy's head off. The Claymore. And I think people are saying it's Drew McIntyre who, you know, attacked Jay. I think it's Kevin. It's gonna show up in a freaking camera footage. Kevin Owens attacks Jay Uso because he hates because what he put his body on the line. He's gonna go out. He's and yeah, he kind of brushes it off. Like Kevin Owens said that I'm gonna deal with Sammy later, which I'm talking about SmackDown. But this Raw was so good. Possibly one of the greatest Raws of the 2020s. I have to say for sure. Maybe the one of the greatest Raws I had seen like long time. Stacked show, great. But again, we had some banger Raws this year. Phenomenal Raw. SmackDown on the other hand, also was pretty good. Cody kicking off the show over on SmackDown and them doing their shit and Cody saying that, you know, I am like Kevin Owens, talking all about it with Kevin Owens and what he feels about Kevin Owens. And at Saturday's 99 Nights main event, which they're really advertising as the old school 80s style. They're gonna bring a lot of 80s vibe into it. And I like when TV shows and just things that genre mentioned 80s of pop culture, big phenomenon. Just like a brand like Stranger Things takes it from it. So editing for example Cobra Kai, I would say. But 80s. What a what a damn time. So they're really marking around that. And then Chad Gable is apparently shifted over to SmackDown, which makes sense. And I felt like Chad Gable got his quite showing in this promo. Because I was like, oh my god, they're really doing something with him here. Because on Raw, I think he had, because it discovered Otis, there was really nothing for Chad Gable to do on Monday nights in this ways. Because that's what the story was probably more told. Yeah, there was something against him with Conte right back again. World Heavyweight Championship this time. Could do that, but there was really else nothing for him to do. And we had, the women's matches on SmackDown, I would say. The United States matches. Bailey, I think, got some win in there. And then we had the freaking beautiful turn of DIY turning on Johnny Gargano, turning heel on Alex Shelley and Motor City Machine Guns. And that was perfect. That match, also story told, cared about the story that what they were telling. I really, because Tommaso Ciampa was losing his shit and perfectly story told. Street Profits got there. Like SmackDown's cooking with their tag team division and Kevin Owens. So Kevin Owens has an innocent, a freaking sit down interview with Micheal Cole in the arena. He's like, I'm not coming out. I don't care what Micheal Cole thinks. He's coming out, and he goes out of the cold. He says, "We come in here. It's warm in here." And they talk about this. Kevin says that you saw me. You announced all my matches. You were announcing my matches on and Roman tried to end my life. And said, I'm not being biased. Like, you are being biased. You're Cody's boy. Cody loves you and stuff like that. And it's like, he's like, and it's like, it's so funny, but it's so good at the same time off that. And then he says, hey, Michael. And then he tries him off. And it's like, Michael Hosen got the cold. It's funny. It's well done, really. And the Randy Orton part in between as well was pretty well done. Then we got into the main event here, which is Gable and Cody. And God, that Gable got such a good showing in the opening where he had a segment with Cody. But not just that, even at the kickoff, he has such a good showing. Gable and Cody do. Great, great match. Great SmackDown match in my opinion, the main event. Overall, really good WWE week. NXT's probably killing it as well. I'm not run to me. And it's been some time, but still, I think they're pretty much killing it as well. They're really killing it. NXT's really going down under like damn, yeah, but those hardcore shows are there. Go to ACW, in the freaking from the winter and Rector. I don't know for the arena, but that show those matches were damn pretty good. NXT is killing it. WWE is killing it. AEW is a sinking ship in terms of anything they're doing. They freaking just lost their. I don't know what to say. They freaking lost their damn stupid ass thought of doing this show in Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane, Australia. They lost the Suncorp Stadium thing. Now they're moving into a freaking center, Australia, I think, an arena. Which is like, yeah, ticket sales are down. The company ain't doing good. I don't need to watch Stadium on AEW. Let's just say AEW sucks. AEW is. It sucks. That would probably the big thumb we'll put out, right? Sure. Well, else kind of said that AEW. TNA is killing it. They just announced their recent. I'm gonna talk about their 2025 schedule. They're gonna be doing Slammiversary in UBS Arena. That tells you that what WWE did with TNA, the NXT and TNA, the partnership with that, it paid off. And I think we really just love what wrestling itself is doing right now. Keeping AEW out of it, sure, yeah. All right, I think that'll be it from it, and I hear from Spades, the Wrestling News Podcast, Fusion Tree Episode 1. We're out.